Hello everyone, my name is Devanuj Gupta and I'm doing the Data Science and Business Analytics internship under the Sparks Foundation. My next task is to predict the optimum number of clusters and represent it visually for a given dataset. So first we'll be importing some libraries such as NumPy, Pandas and Matplotlib. Then we'll be reading the CSV file through pd.read CSV. Now for this I have downloaded the CSV file and stored it in a data folder from the URL. Now we'll check its head using iris.head, and it gives us the first five columns of our the first five entries of our data frame. Now let's gain some more insights from our data set. So for that, first we will do iris.info. It will give us column wise details about our data frame. Now let's do iris.describe, which gives us the maximum count, mean value of that particular column, standard deviation in that column, minimum value of that column, maximum value of that column. Now let's check the values that the species column contains and what all values are present. As we can see, there are three values returned and each are of count 50. Now we'll split our data into features and the prediction that we have to make. So for that we'll have two variables, x and y. X will be the features on which we will be predicting y. So we will be predicting the species based on every feature except for the ID. So we'll be dropping the ID column, and species column is what we are predicting. So we don't need that in the X features. So we're dropping ID and species columns, and Y will be the species columns, as that is the thing we are predicting. And then we'll check its shape. Now we'll import some libraries that will be required for our prediction. So for that we'll be importing metrics, k-neighbors classifier, k-means, and trait test split. Now we'll split our data into 60-40 bifurcation and check its shape. As we can see, it has made the split and it is perfect. Now we can start finding the optimal number of clusters for our data frame, for our data set. So for that, first we'll be checking it for the KNN. Here we have implemented the KNN algorithm, and we'll be checking its accuracy, which will be shown through a graph. As we can see from this graph, there are many values of k for which we can form clusters, but it is not confirmed that we have to form 9 clusters or 11 clusters or 3 clusters. They can be even more or less. So we are not sure about this for the KNN. So we'll apply k-means for that. Next method is the k-means method for optimal number of clusters. Now in this we'll be using a method called the elbow method. So first we'll be training our data based on the k-means algorithm and storing some values called the WCSS, which is within cluster sum of squares. Now we'll be plotting a graph, and as we can see, what is called the elbow method, as this graph is of an arm shaped, and wherever the elbow is formed, that point is known as the optimal number of clusters for a given data set. So as you can clearly see that the elbow is formed over here, and after that point there is a gradual decrease or a not that significant decrease in the WCSS. So that is the optimal number of clusters that we can form for our data set. So let's train our data for that on based on the number of clusters. That will be 3 clusters. Now we will visualize the clusters based on our 3 different types of species that we had. As we can clearly see, every species has different cluster color and 3 different centroids for those clusters, as that was the optimum number of clusters that we had to form for our data set. So that's it from this task. Thank you.